For classic matches, just like the World Cup videos, why not go to patreon.com/drunkredhead. It was a good NXT. Let's see if we can top it with what happened on My Universe mode. Get the fireworks out. It's time to end the week with some Smackdown. And once the fireworks stopped going off, we were in Salt Lake City in Utah. We opened the show with a nice big match as the Swiss Superman Cesaro faced off against Mr. Ass himself, Billy Gunn. Despite an early European uppercut from Cesaro, Billy Gunn was the one to take the real advantage to start with, reversing a slam and hitting a dirty German suplex. And what better way to follow that move up than with an even dirtier piledriver. Obviously it was too early to finish it off there, and Cesaro got the advantage back with a couple of leaping European uppercuts. But that was it for Cesaro, and Billy Gunn quickly took the advantage back. Mr. Ass held his own for a little bit before finally succumbing to a reversal jawbreaker, allowing Cesaro to once again be in control. A Ricola bomb followed that. Then we got something we hadn't seen in a while. A giant swing! Cesaro went through the motions after that, a very European uppercut and a gotch neutralizer, and bam, Billy Gunn was down and the former Intercontinental Champion was victorious. It was time for a promo next, and surprisingly it was Bubba Ray Dudley out on his own. Bubba Ray said he wanted Dvon Dudley out there because he was really going to want to hear this. So Dvon Dudley came out. Dvon possibly got the wrong end of the stick because he thought it might be a surprise party that Bubba Ray was organising. No. What Bubba Ray actually said was that he was done with him as a tag team partner. Dvon said he'd regret it and that he was going to be a legend. Bubba Ray told Dvon it was time for us to move on, but then Dvon said that he's going to set his crosshairs and take him out once and for all. Then he walked off. Back to some in-ring action now, and it was Zack Ryder who was facing off against the new another new Intercontinental champ, Tyson Kidd's back, everyone. Hey! It wouldn't just be these two out there though. No, they were joined by Dolph Ziggler, who decided to be Zack Ryder's cheerleader for the day, despite the fact that they've been feuding recently. Either way, didn't help Zack Ryder at the start because he took a neck breaker and a kick to the back. Eventually Ryder did get the advantage with a jawbreaker though, and then hit him with a weird move and a massive woo 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 broski boot. Ryder wasn't done. He hit Tyson Kidd with a big splash off the second rope, and then the Rough Rider. He went for the pin. 1, 2, no, it was a kick out. Tyson Kidd wasn't done, and he proved that, because when he got locked in a Boston Crab, he powered himself out of it. Kidd had Ryder in his sights, a big back suplex and a normal suplex, but then he misjudged Ryder, got punched in the cock, and then slammed down, and somehow Zack Ryder hit a 450 splash and won the match. After the match, Zack Ryder was joined in celebration by Dolph Ziggler. I'm starting to think they're not feuding anymore. It's getting a bit weird. Maybe we'll get a reunion of DZR.
Somebody you just beat.
On to match number 3, and it was time for some Stardust. As he gyrated on the ramp, he was taking on the real deal Titus ONeil. Stardust started this one off in control, hitting Titus ONeil with a big bulldog and a running elbow, reminiscent of his daddy. Stardust nailed Titus ONeil with a big springboard dropkick and then went to celebrate on the turnbuckle. May have been a mistake because Titus ONeil took him down after that and hit him with a big boot. Titus threw Stardust to the outside and then threw him into other things as well, but that's when Stardust got his reversal, reversing a punch and throwing Titus ONeil into the steel steps. Back in the ring, Stardust was stamping down on Titus ONeil when something distracted him. I don't know what though, the camera wouldn't focus on it, so he was getting all distracted, Titus was getting all standing up and stuff, and then Titus hit him with the Clash of the Titus and won the match. After the match, Stardust looked dejected, and it really didn't help matters when he was joined on the ramp by Edge, who sarcastically clapped him and, was a bit of a dick. They wanted to fill up a little bit more promo time on the show, so someone sent Heath Slater out there with a microphone to say something about having kids. Heath Slater didn't have the best start. He told the crowd to shut the hell up, and eventually he got bored of their boos and started moaning about having a family. There we go, yeah, he's got kids. He said that if any superstar wants to face him, he's right there, then started waving away the crowd who were booing him again. Slater rounded it all off by telling the crowd to shut up again and saying that if they didn't change their tune, he'd be out of here. I get the feeling he's going to be out of there. In the penultimate match of the week, The Big Show, the World Heavyweight Champion, was once again fighting off like a persistent fly The Miz, who challenged him once again. The Big Show started well, hitting a big gorilla press slam and then a fall-away slam. When he was posing after that though, he lost control. The Miz hit him with a neck breaker. The Miz held his own and did everything in his playbook to try and keep the advantage, first smashing Big Show's head into the floor, then hitting a reverse knee neck breaker combo and locking in the figure 4 leg lock. However, that was his undoing and the Big Show turned over that figure 4 leg lock and got the advantage back. The Big Show continued where he left off, hitting a big headbutt and another gorilla press slam before throwing Miz into the corner and squishing him like a bug. Big Show continued things with a final cut and then put Miz on the top rope, but Miz was ready and elbowed him in the face and got the advantage back with a double axe handle. He kicked Big Show while he was down and defied physics with a suplex before Big Show picked him up, threw him off his back and then quickly knocked him out before Miz could get up again. And that was it. The Big Show was victorious. Main event time and the final match of the week as AJ Styles was out there teaming with his current nemesis Alberto Del Rio. And to make matters worse for the pair of them, their opponents were the tag team champions John Cena and Roman Reigns. Team Fuckboy! AJ Styles started off well enough, hitting a neck breaker and a leg twist and then missing a springboard moonsault, and Cena was in control after that. A jumping hip toss and then some double teamness followed that. Everything was going up trump for the tag team champions for the time being. Roman Reigns hit a belly to belly suplex before leaving AJ Styles dead in the corner. And Alberto Del Rio tagged himself in. Del Rio did well, hitting a shoulder breaker and a drop kick on Roman Reigns before taking him out with a clothesline, but that was that. Reigns then took control, hitting a super dirty powerbomb. Reigns took out Styles and then went for a Superman punch, but Del Rio threw his arm away and locked him in a cross arm breaker. Del Rio held onto it for a while, but after a bit of hijinks from John Cena, Roman Reigns was able to twist out and punch Del Rio in the face until he let go. He put Roman Reigns on the top rope, but then Roman Reigns reversed and hit a weird looking spear before tagging into Cena. John Cena hit a belly to belly, a gut wrench suplex and then the AA before tagging into Roman Reigns, hitting some double teamness, and then it was Roman's turn to hit some signatures, first the Superman punch and then the spear, and then Team Fuckboy were victorious. What next for AJ and Del Rio though? That's it for another edition of What Happened on My Universe Mode! Raw next, like and subscribe.